Hi, everybody. This is Jen. This is a series of podcasts to help you make better use of Firefly, or what we call the VLE, to enhance your teaching and learning this year. All of these podcasts are made with the understanding that this is probably our last year using Firefly as our virtual learning network. So you might want to keep that in mind when you're setting up your Firefly pages, so that your information, all of the information, can be easily transferred to our new virtual learning network next year. There are 4 episodes in this series, and the first one is about creating a functional dashboard. So I'm going to show you my dashboard in Firefly. It looks like this. It's got menus across the top, different things that you can access in the school, depending on who you are. And then the things that you'll use most are these announcements and messages, and managing tasks that you set for the students, which is down here. I think the real key to setting up a functioning dashboard for yourself and also for your students is this tab over here, which is bookmarks. So I'm going to, so you can see actually how I've set up my bookmarks. These are just sites in, they're pages in Firefly that I use on a daily basis, very often, so that I can quickly get to them. Students need to set up their own bookmarks, and it's something that can save them a lot of time and confusion if they do that at the beginning of the year. So here's how to do it. Any page that you're on and that students tend to be using is accessed through academics, and teachers might also be accessing things through faculty. So if I want to set up a link to one of my classes, for example, I'm going to go into the social studies department and click on the course that I want. So let's say I'm going to start teaching Social Studies 7. I might want to set up a bookmark to that. So any page that I'm on, any page at all in Firefly, if I scroll down to the bottom, there's a bookmarks tab, and I can bookmark the page. That's going to set up a bookmark inside my bookmarks tab, where I can change the name, make the name however I want it to read, and it's going to appear on my dashboard. So as a teacher, you might want to decide which pages in Firefly you use a lot and create bookmarks for them. And you might also want to ask your students to create bookmarks for the pages that you want them to access often. One tip here is that one way to do this is to recommend a page to students. If I recommend a page to a class, it'll appear on their bookmarks, but it becomes difficult and complicated to remove those pages when you no longer need them to use them. So if you want to send students a link to a page in Firefly and ask them to bookmark it themselves, that's going to save you a lot of work. So anytime you want to do that, if you copy the link to a page, you can send it to them through their messages. So I'll go back to my dashboard and talk about messages. So anytime you want to send someone a message, you just click on this tab and you want to type in the name of the person or the group of students that you want to send it to. So all the groups of students are sets. If I type in set, my sets will appear here. Let's say I want to send it to 6-2. That's going to send it to every student in that set. And I can send them this link through messages. And I might want to say something like, please add this to your bookmarks. And you want to train students at the beginning of the year how to do that. So whenever you send out a message, the students can get the message in their list of Firefly messages. And if it's important, you might want to mark it as important and pin it to the top. Otherwise, it's going to go below any messages that have been marked as important. I usually do that with students because they're used to things appearing, like in Facebook, the most recent thing appears at the top. It'll also send a copy to them by email unless you uncheck this box. And then you just click send the message. The message will appear right here for them in their list of messages. Okay, so the only other things to mention here on the dashboard, and we'll probably notice these more later, is that you can set tasks for your students You can see that my tasks show me my progress of how much I've marked or how many have been handed in. For the students, the way this looks is there's a little tab here that says mark done or submit, whichever is required of the task. And it's a good idea, especially if you're an advisory teacher, to keep an eye on the dashboard of your students to make sure that their dashboard is manageable. So have they been clearing out their messages and getting rid of things they don't need anymore? And have they been clicking and marking their tasks as done? And that's the dashboard.